Gather evidence for a slander case. How do you know if you have been a victim of slander? How do you put together the essential evidence to make your case more solid and irrefutable? Here are some of the measures that you can take. Understand what constitutes a clear case of slander. Slander happens when a spoken statement injures or mars your reputation. The verbal pronouncement should have been said with malice. You can't file a slander case against another individual just because your feelings were hurt. Your defense should be ironclad. You need to collate all the important evidence to support your claim. You should be able to do it systematically. Your goal is show your position in the best light. You may also visit a nearby media law resource center. If you are more knowledgeable about the legal grounds of your case, you can better equip yourself. You can also prepare yourself mentally and physically. You also have to know the difference between slander and libel. They are both defamation cases. You don't want your case to be dismissed just because you have filed the wrong case. Think about your action plan. You need to consult with a lawyer first. He should be able to inform you about the relevant issues about the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, and all the governing laws related to slander. You have to completely understand the legal processes involved and things that may be expected of you. You also need to fill out the Findlaw's intake form so you can determine if your case has merits. Your lawyer can tell you about the next steps to be taken. It is important that you seek the aid of a lawyer who specializes in handling slander cases. He is certainly in the best position to strategize for your case. He can guide you in collating the evidence and in pooling the qualified witnesses. Cull the evidence. Your evidence should be concrete. When reviewed and assessed, they should be able to give the judge adequate information in favor of your case. You should be able to show your side of the story. Avoid making unnecessary public announcements. When the case is already filed, you should discipline yourself. You can't openly discuss the case in public. The court expects you to maintain a low profile. You should be able to refrain from saying anything until a decision has been made. This also applies to the defendant. If you violate this provision, you may end up getting yourself into legal trouble. So, try to keep your composure. You have to note that most of the slander cases never really go on trial. Majority of them simply end up being settled. Simply put, you need to ground yourself. Slander cases are normally filed because egos are hurt. they are hurled out of frustration. Eventually, when things are calmer and clearer, parties end up understanding and forgiving each other. Be realistic. If your case is strong, your case is going to stand in court. And the verdict is surely going to redeem your reputation.